Welcome to the WBC Arena. Andy Ruiz Jr., who could forget when he upset Anthony Joshua in one of the most shocking heavyweight wins in world history. In the process, he became the first Mexican-American.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner,
all the talking has been done. It's Joyce, an Olympic medalist. You don't want to trade shots. This fight has a real good flow to it. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
Can you imagine walking into this town, walking into an arena with such nice people chatting?
Whoa, Johnny! Andy Ruiz is dazed. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. Straight right just misses. That hook won't score. And he scores with the counter. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Joyce is in trouble. Let's talk about Andy Ruiz Jr. in that last round. And there's the bell for round 2. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Good defense blocking that right uppercut. So far, the offense has been better than the defense. This slugger has a unique mentality, doesn't he, Johnny? He just wants to win by knockout. He says if we go to the scorecards, it's a failure for me.
Speed generates power. Timing is everything. If you've got speed, you can pop, knock anybody out.
Oh, down goes Joyce. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin's standing up to that shot.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, four. And you are ready.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. You gotta wonder how big. Let's Let's get it started in round 3. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
And he scores with the counter. Good defense there to stop that hook. He blocks the uppercut. That counter shot lands. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The courage on display here is incredible. Start respecting each other's punching power. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nope, that jab not going to score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Andy Ruiz in that last round. And there's the bell to start round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
One punch could change everything in this battle. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Good looking right hook, but that was blocked. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter shot lands. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Having a hard time finding a home with that right uppercut. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. A huge opportunity. Can he cash in? Let's talk about Andy Ruiz Jr. in that last round.
He's starting to make mistakes.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he catch you.
Good jab there. He blocks that jab. Can't find a home with that jab. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
The straight right just misses. Andy Ruiz looks like he's in trouble. And right back into the fray.
What recovery skills they are. What?
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Andy Ruiz in that last round. There's the bell to start round 6. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
That left uppercut doesn't score. This heavyweight is, has he punched himself out? You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic and you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Andy Ruiz is rocked. And Ruiz goes to the canvas. And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, four, five. Are you okay?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow, get to the end of the round.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about round 7. Here we go. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Just missing with the uppercut. That big hook doesn't land. Andy Ruiz, and down goes Andy Ruiz. And there's no doubt about it, as we see it again, that body shot did them in.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. You want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Pretty good start in the first half of this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Oh no, the big fella Joyce just got clipped. But just when you think Joe Joyce is out of it, he comes firing right back.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Andy Ruiz is rocked, and Andy Ruiz couldn't take any more. And as we see it again in slow motion, there's no doubt that body punch right there buckled him.
Even up.
1, 2, 3, 4. Give me your blood.
Let's talk about Andy Ruiz in that last round. Let's see how the... And there's the bell for round 8. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. One punch could end this fight for either of these 2 heavyweights.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Andy Ruiz is dazed, and that'll do it as Ruiz goes down. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Listen to me. Are you okay?
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Got to waste time. Get stuck behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
It's a good start to the round for this guy.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change?
Oh my God, Johnny! And Ruiz goes to the canvas. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory. That is, Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.